Prior to Monday afternoon's consultations with President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović, the representatives of two grand coalitions, SDP Zoran Milanović and HDZ's Tomislav Karamarko, will be meeting at midday that same day following such a request from the Most Alliance of Independent Slates leader Božo Petrov. Petrov, whose alliance had initially won 19 seats in parliament down to 15 now, is still insisting on a joint government made up of experts. However, for the first time, it has been hinted that most will propose their own candidate for prime minister. Đuro Glogoški, the leader of war veteran protesters who had been displaying their dissatisfaction with their position in Croatian society by erecting a tent in front of the Veterans Ministry in Zagreb on October 20th, 2014, has announced that the protest will most probably end and the tent be dismantled in the next few days. Glogoški explained the move by saying that it was becoming obvious that Croatian politicians were unable to agree on anything among themselves, let alone get involved with resolving the veterans' problems. This, Glogoški said, rendered the veterans' efforts futile. Speaking to the Reuters news agency, the director of the Croatian Banking Association, Zdenko Adrović, said that Croatian banks have had their maneuvering space for financing the state narrow, including the supporting of the very fragile economic recovery. Adrović added that each bank had its own loan policy and all banks will make sure that the additional financing of the state remains possible. Adrović was insistent that the public spending must be reined in. The aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman, the largest warship in the world fueled by nuclear power, has sailed into the Croatian port of Split earlier today. The member of the US Sixth Fleet will soon be joining the French forces in their fight against terrorism in Syria. This is the second visit of a US aircraft carrier to a Croatian port, the first being that of the USS Dwight Eisenhower to Dubrovnik in the year 2000. December 5th is International Volunteer Day declared by the United Nations in 1985. The 7th NGO fair held in Sisak has gathered volunteers who showcased to the public their activities in a bid to promote volunteering and the protection of human rights. Many NGOs focusing on volunteering operate in Croatia, and they're making a great contributing fact to the current caring for migrants and refugees crossing through Croatia on their way to Western European countries. Friday night saw the opening of an exhibition on female anti-fascists in Zagreb by curators Barbara Blasin and Ana Lovreković. The project of the Center for Female Studies in Zagreb had gathered witness accounts, photographs and documents about the female resistance to fascism in World War II. The exhibition presents the biographies of some 20 female anti-fascists whose stories the public is mostly unfamiliar with, but who had a profound impact on the Zagreb anti-fascist scene at the time. And in sports, good news coming from Israel, where the European Short Course Swimming Championships is underway. Croatia's Marko Todorović has made it into the semi-finals of the 50 meters butterfly. Croatia's Sanja Jovanović has also made it into the 50 meters backstroke semi-finals. The semi-finals will be held later this afternoon. And turning to the weather, mostly cloudy afternoon with fog and mizzle, apart from the Adriatic and mountainous areas where it may be partly to prevalently sunny. Winds light, moderate northwesterly in the open. Visibility reduced in places due to low-lying cloud and fog, particularly in the northern Adriatic. Daily highs of between 4 and 9 degrees inland, possibly lower due to lingering fog, and between 13 and 18 degrees along the coast. It will become a tad warmer in the coming days as the low-lying clouds should dissipate, allowing for the sunshine to break through. Sunny spells on Sunday with moderate southwesterly wind in places. Tuesday to once again bring cloudy weather with possible light precipitation and a drop in temperatures. Moderate passing cloud build-up along the coast on Sunday, particularly in the north where there may be some light precipitation. Sunny with northwesterly winds and Bora at the start of next week.